So I'll be creating more songs and more interviews, basically to let people tell their stories. It's this person that we're going to refer to right now as Michael the Mitch. Several women are claiming that, he did things to them that they weren't okay with. Got to be careful with what you say on YouTube, even though it's true, even though it's not graphic, it's not glorifying, it's not bashing, it's true, because this happens to women all the time. Several women, different women that don't know each other, have came forward to tell me and other people about their experience where, either they were sleeping and woke up with him, basically having their way, or, they were friends and, he took advantage of them, under the influence or something like that. Just multiple girls coming forward telling that story. They don't know each other. They're not the same age group. They're not the same race. They're not in the same circles and all of that. Also, men are coming forward. They want to speak about the relationship that they had with this Michael the Mitch. And they want to talk about, what they experienced. And, surprisingly, they don't have a lot of bad things to say. They actually didn't mention the erectile dysfunction like the women did. So that shows you some people are more attracted to men than they are women, which is nothing wrong with that. That's totally your preference. So, just a lot of people been hitting me out. They want to do interviews and they want to talk about what they experienced. Also, I want to share my story, seeing this person basically live so many lifestyles and actually be exposed to different diseases and stuff like that, and still continue to sleep around with different women. You know what I'm saying? Because that's actually like a health it's a health scare basically for the community when people are knowingly being exposed to something and just going around continuing to have sexual partners without letting them know. So this is all factual. These are real people, and these are real situations, real timelines where, things actually happened and multiple people were there to witness it, and multiple people had these claims. So none of this stuff is made up. The witnesses are real. The situations are real, because I understand you wouldn't want to play about something like this because, number one, it's not funny. Number two, it is not a good allegation to have or even repeat. Honestly, it's not a good one to have against you or even repeat. But the truth has to be told, because some people, they want to live these lives and they want to hurt people and they want to hide who they are. And, that just ends today. I feel like it's only so long. It's only so long fake thugs can pretend. And more music will be released. Also have a website. Drop that later, because a lot of my content is being taken down. This Michael the Mitch guy, I release songs. I'm an artist. He's having my songs taken down, claiming that he wrote them. Mind you, basically, you don't write what I write. We don't write the same, number one. Number two, you can't make beats. I make beats. I write my own songs. I record them. All in the comfort of wherever I'm at. So you can't do that. You don't do that. That's why your music career it's not really going to flourish because you don't have the tools. I'm not going to say you don't have the talent, but you don't have the tools. So to be doing that and to be getting my music taken down, that's a lot. But also it's showing me that I'm striking a chord. Number one. Number two is also showing me more about the music business, because I'm learning that long as I do everything that I need to do and I do own the rights to my music, I can have my musical expression and my music will be placed back up and more music will be made. As far as YouTube, the content has to be a little more cleaner, a little less vulgar and in your face, but the content will continue to be made, the music will continue to be made, everything will be continue to be put up, and the stories will be continue to be shared. And if it was all false, why would you be so bothered? If someone said A, B, and C about me, but they weren't able to corroborate any of it, it wouldn't really bother me as much, if any. But, if it was true and it was wrong and it could all be corroborated and it had multiple witnesses that had nothing to gain, that didn't know each other, okay, I would be worried as well. So, this is what will be coming in the future. More content, more music, more breakdowns of the situation that led up to this, and just more people being able to get their story out about this situation and about this guy that is basically on this rampage and basically trying to take other people down with him. He doesn't want to sink alone in his ship, basically. So this is just a warning to people, but I'm sure not too many people will be surprised, because a lot of people know who people are. Some people will be surprised, but a lot of people know that some people have these addictions, to these things that should be nowhere near their nose, and they abuse other people and they are sick. A lot of people know the situation, a lot of people don't. So basically, I got a story to tell, and nobody's gonna stop me from telling it. And definitely coming with receipts, because to say these type of things and not have receipts is just outrageous. So definitely coming with receipts, and definitely coming with facts, and definitely gonna tell my story. And Michael the Mitch, you're not gonna stop me, and if I was lying, then you wouldn't have any problem proving me wrong, or it wouldn't affect you at all if it was all a lie. If this was all made up and none of this stuff ever happened and none of this ever exists, if you never were exposed to the certain uncurable situations, and I say situations with an S, if that was never true, why would that bother you? If you never took advantage of a young woman, why would that bother you? If someone said that, if it was no woman that have been sticking to that story for years and saying that for years and has proof that happened, why would that bother you? If you're not connected to so many trans women, why would that bother you if someone said that about you? If it wasn't trans women that could describe you and your body and the relationship that they had with you, why would that bother you? If that just was no way, if you weren't sick and turned around and had unprotected sex with a bunch of other younger women, I'm talking about probably just at 18 or under 18, But I'll be honest, they were about the same within like maybe like 3 or 4 years of your age. So you weren't like 30 as far as I know, because I didn't be around you that long. But that's what I'm saying. If you were doing that when you were in your 20s, if you were sleeping with younger girls underneath 20, not letting them know that you have been exposed, why would you stop in your 30s? You know? So all of this is going to come out, and all of these people want to tell their story, and I want to help them, and I want to spread the story, because honestly, at first I feel sorry, but I really didn't believe them, you know? Or I thought like it was none of my business, or I just wanted to stay out of it, and I didn't know this side of that person. And that's another reason why everything has to come out, because it's another side of people, and they pretend to be something else. So basically, when the story is told, the truth is told, you can no longer hide. So, you know, I want to encourage you to keep striking every video, every channel. All you're going to do is make me register and upload it properly, so that you have a harder time, or you won't be able to lie and say that you wrote the music. And then when I record, I'll just watch my words and speak more properly, so you won't be able to say that I'm bullying or harassing, because that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to bully and harass. To bully and harass with the truth is just crazy. I feel like I'm speaking facts. I know I'm speaking facts. The victims are speaking facts. So that's what will be going on. Facts will be spoken, and people will be able to tell their side of the story. And it's not for bullying. It's not for nothing. It's just to tell the truth. And again, for the 5th time, if it was no truth to it, it was no receipts to it, if it never happened, would it really bother you? Would it really bother someone? Would it really bother an innocent person? Honestly, if it was me and I had someone saying similar things, but it was no proof to it, it was no victim to it, there was no receipts to it, it wouldn't bother me. But this is bothering this man a lot. He doesn't want this information to come out, which lets me know that I need to do my best to expose this information. So stay tuned. They can't mute it.